Welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to learn about call forwarding calls to an external destination on MiVoice Business. For example, we've got a 6930 IP phone here. This is a 6930 IP phone. As an example, a call comes in through MiVoice Business it's an external call. It comes in from outside. So the call will come into MiVoice Business. From there it goes to the extension, and we want it to go to an external destination and ring probably the user's cell phone number, the user's cell phone here. So this is what we call call forwarding. Someone out in the world is going to call this user on 6930, and then this user would forward their calls to their cell phone number. So in my case, I'm going to forward this to cell phone number 73831039, so that if someone would call this extension, this is extension 6466. If somebody from outside calls this extension, of course as a full number, is going to come to this extension but find that the extension is call forwarded, and then it's going to make a U-turn and go and ring the cell phone. So let's go ahead and log on to MiVoice Business and do the configuration. So when we log on to the MiVoice Business, we go to System Options, and we make sure that we set call forwarding always line status indicator on to yes. We make sure it is a yes here. Then after that, we go to our class of service options. We search for the class of service for our trunks, for our PSTN connectivity. In my case, it's class of service number 64. This is the class of service that is operating our trunks. So in that class of service, we are going to go under trunk setting, and we are going to change public network to public network connection allowed. We are going to say yes, because the call is going to come in from PSTN here onto MiVoice Business, and then to the extension here. So it's going to come in through a public trunk or a network, and then we want it to come through, and then we also want it to go back through the same public trunk. This user would have called in, so it comes in and it makes a U-turn and goes out through the same public network again to go and call the user's cell phone number. So we have to enable public trunk, public network to public network connection allowed. You have to set it to yes. If we leave it on no, it's going to fail to forward the call. So let's move on to the next setting. We will go to call forwarding profile, and then we are going to add a new call forwarding profile. We click on add there. When we click on add, we are going to be presented with this window where we are going to put the number of our extension number 6466. This is the extension number that we want to call forward. We want to call forward calls that are coming to this extension. So we put the number, then we go to call forwarding type, whether it's always. We are going to go here and say whether it's going to be always or what, but in our case we are going to choose always. So the other options are always, busy internal, busy external, no answer internal, or no answer external. But in our case, we are going to select always. Then we are going to enter our forwarding destination. Our forwarding destination is, we must make sure we prefix our number. Our number is 73831039, but because we will use 0 to access a trunk, so we put the number with a 0 in front here, as you can see here. It's very important. If you access your trunk with a 9, you make sure that this is a 9. But in our case, we are using 0 to access the line, so we enter the number with a 0 here. Very, very important. Then next, we are going to say forwarding enabled on. Once we say call forwarding enabled on and we save, all calls that come to this extension are going to be forwarded to this number. Calls that come on to this extension are going to be forwarded to this number, to be call forwarded to this number. But when it's off, then it means the call forwarding does not apply. If a call comes into this number, it's going to ring this number, it's going to ring this extension. It's not going to call forward to here. It will fail because the call forwarding is off. So after we are done configuring for call forwarding, we now move on to configure a key on the extension. So we want, if this is our 6930 extension, and then the extension number is 6466, we are going to create a key. Maybe let's say key number 3, and we are going to configure it for call forwarding always. So what we do is that we go to multi key sets here, and then we search for our extension. Our extension comes up, then we are going to say change page members. I prefer to say change page members. And then once we click on change page members, we come to key number 3. This is key number 3, or button number 3. We are going to label it call forwarding always, and then we are going to line type, we are going to select call forward always, and then we are going to save. So this is what we have done now. Just a confirmation that our button number 3 is going to be for call forwarding always, and then we click on save. Once we do that, we'll get a key on the phone. This is the display of the phone. We now have this key now. This is key number 3, or button number 3. It's grayed out. When it's gray like this, it means call forwarding. It means call forwarding is equal to off. So when you press somewhere here, which is not showing, is the button. So when we press the button here, we activate the key, and it's going to illuminate red. It's going to illuminate red, which means that the call forwarding is on. You can see the button here, it is illuminating red, and you can see on the screen CFA is now highlighted, and you can see there's a symbol of a call coming in and a call going out. At this point, call forwarding is active. Call forwarding is equal to on. It is active. Any call that comes onto this extension 6466 is going to be call forwarded to the number that we set in MiVoice Business, which is 73831039. So at this point, when the LED is illuminated red, if you pick up the handset or you press the speaker button, you are going to be presented with an interrupted dial tone. Some they call it a stuttering dial tone, some they call it an intermittent dial tone, which sounds like this. Which sounds like, let me see if I can play it. Let me cancel that. It sounds like this. You can hear it's kind of like it's beeping, but it's saying boo, boo. So whenever you hear that dial tone, you must know that there's a feature. It's called a feature activated tone. So it will confirm to you that call forwarding is on. So that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.